is not very often that you get the chance to be behind the wheel of a police interceptor vehicle, but that's exactly what we did on a damp June day at the Maryland State Police Training Facility outside of Baltimore. We were invited to check out the new 2020 Ford Explorer Utility Interceptor. Ford's Police Interceptor utility vehicle is all new for 2020, built on the rear-wheel drive platform that is the redesigned 2020 Ford Explorer, and not unlike the version that you can buy at your dealership, just with a different set of technology and safety standards for the demanding job that our police departments have. Inside, the Explorer Utility Interceptor is designed for work. Police officers spend a lot of time in their vehicles and thus provide a lot of wear and tear to the interior surfaces. The seats are made of a very tough cloth material designed with the officer's gear in mind. Floor surfaces are made of a heavy-duty vinyl to withstand years of hard service in all weather conditions. The column-mounted gear shift is different than on consumer Explorers, which feature the dial shift. There is 11 inches between the front seats, because the new 2020 Explorer is wider than before. The cargo area is also large and can be designed to carry many different items that the officers use in a normal shift. And the rear seat and cargo area can be configured for canine use as well. A cargo storage vault is an option for storing weapons, ammo, or other items that need to be locked away. While the rear seat in this video appears to have plenty of space, once the cage and dividers are installed in the rear, passenger space will be reduced. Officer safety is very key, and not just while they're out of the vehicle. Ford is very careful to engineer into the 2020 Explorer Utility Interceptor vehicles devices that will provide additional protection for the vehicle's occupants. Vehicle-to-vehicle impacts have become more common, and Ford has designed the 2020 Explorer Utility Interceptor to be able to withstand 75 mile-per-hour impacts from the rear. This is in addition to the standard high-strength steel that is used throughout the vehicle to protect the occupants from impact. One of the things that police officers often face is gunshots, and the front doors have the option for the addition of these 55-pound slabs of bullet pierce-proof material that adds a lot of heft to each door. Factory-installed police perimeter alert, which allows the occupant of the vehicle to be made aware of people approaching from the side or rear, indicating if they're approaching or walking away from the vehicle, and in certain cases will activate the rear view camera and a chime to alert the officer.
Is this a system that's already on Explorers, or is this...
This is for police only?
Yeah, but I mean it's already on police Explorers?
Brand new for 2020. Previously, we had a version called Surveillance Mode that Ford helped develop with Intermotive. It was available only through aftermarket. We made that available to other manufacturers in the military because we felt...
The big news for 2020, of course, is the 3.3-liter hybrid V6 power plant that is going to be more efficient than operating a non-hybrid due to the fact that it will rely on a lithium-ion battery for power when the engine is not operating. Police vehicles do a lot of idling, all the while running the accessories, air conditioning, radio, computers, lights, etc. The vehicle will run off the energy stored in the lithium-ion battery until it needs to be recharged, and at that time the engine will restart and quickly recharge the battery.
The 3.7, and they took the hybrid and parked them next to each other. The 3.7 just has the 12-volt battery like we've always had, and we've got the lithium-ion here. So the fleet maintenance, supervisors were asked, radio, computer, any auxiliary stuff, and lights all going at the same time. What kind of amperage draw is that? They came up with about 32 amps of draw. So that's all your lights, everything going. So the engineers put a box on here, onto the lithium ion, and onto the 12-volt battery that drew 32 amps of power to simulate the use of all those electronics. They started the cars and let them idle for 2 hours. They rolled down the windows and turned on the air conditioning. Why did they turn on the air conditioning? Because the new hybrid's air conditioning runs off that lithium-ion battery. So the officer would be sitting in the car, would be idling, and traffic control, writing a report, whatever the case is, have the air conditioning going. How long did this vehicle run for? Exactly right, thank you, 2 hours, right? So it's turning a compressor for air conditioning, it's turning an alternator to charge that battery, just like this vehicle sitting here idling. So the way that the hybrid will work, or does work, is that it will start, the engine starts, and charges that lithium-ion battery to about 70%. And then the vehicle shuts off. We all kind of know about start-stop technology, right? So that's exactly what this vehicle does, is it just shuts off. The officer's just sitting in it or doing their traffic control. This is all autonomous. The vehicle's doing it itself, just like the all-wheel drive system. So then all the lights are going. We've got this 32 amp draw. We've got the air conditioning going. So then it discharges that lithium-ion battery to about 30%. So that's the sweet spot that the engineers like. 70% on the high end, 30% on the low end. So it's not overcharging and it's not discharging too far. So when that lithium-ion battery gets to 30%, the vehicle starts up on its own, charges that battery back to 70%, and shuts back off.
Both the Michigan State Police and the Los Angeles County Police Departments test out vehicles and have shown that these new Interceptor utility vehicles to be better than ever before on all levels, from performance and durability to being more efficient, especially with the first ever hybrid power plant option. Performance is key. The Explorer utility vehicle can go from idle to pursuit in a matter of seconds. Ford builds their Interceptor utility vehicle with heavy-duty suspension, brakes, and operating parts. The 2020 Ford Explorer Utility Police Interceptor is built on the Chicago, Illinois line and built to provide the most value possible for municipalities that invest in them. As major tools for the police departments, these are more than just vehicles. They are often rolling offices that provide many other services to the officers that operate them daily. While the new 2020 Explorer has a similarity to the previous generation, it is larger and lighter than before. Larger on the inside, where police personnel will appreciate, especially as they are often fully suited up with body armor and utility belts. Ford has been producing police vehicles since the 1930s, and as policing has gone from the era of Andy of Mayberry to today's dangers, the vehicles themselves have evolved. Police departments can employ 3 different purpose-built Ford Explorer police utility vehicles that are designed to never betray the badge. The 3.3 V6, the 3-liter EcoBoost V6, and the 3.3-liter hybrid V6. Power plants are mated to a 10-speed transmission and all-wheel drive.